Hi, I'm Yana Garcia. Today, I want to tell you about our agency's efforts to ensure a clean and safe environment for all Californians by confronting racial inequity.
In 1987, a report called Toxic Waste and Race established that the racial composition of a community was the strongest indicator in determining the location of a toxic waste facility. Since then, more research has demonstrated that the color of one's skin continues to predict whether they are born in a community burdened with pollution or not. CalEnviroscreen is a tool that we use at CalEPA to map pollution and health burdens as well as vulnerabilities across the state. CalEnviroscreen data affirms the relationship that toxic waste and race showed us decades ago. CalEnviroscreen shows that the top 10% of least polluted neighborhoods are 72% white, whereas the top 10% of most polluted neighborhoods are comprised of 89% people of color.
We will not allow one county to become a dump site.
We know that structural racism and segregated planning over time have contributed to this disproportionate pollution in communities of color. Now, it's our shared responsibility to take intentional action to counter these injustices.
Hopefully, as you're building your strategy, you're implementing your racial equity action plan, you're finding ways to lift up others to support that work as well.
CalEPA is a proud member of the Government Alliance on Race and Equity, or GARE network. Being a member of this network presents a unique opportunity to affect organizational change from within by building the capacity of its participants to address persistent racial inequities through a collaborative agency process.
Working on racial equity issues is important and exciting because it matters. It's something that will hopefully have a lasting impact for generations to come, and we are continuing to progress and move the needle forward.
GARE has given us some very, very important tools. It's been a very, very effective way for us to bring our staff forward and to lead them into thinking about their role in addressing racial issues and issues of equity.
It should be stuff that's discussed almost on a daily basis, because every decision that CalEPA makes in some way is going to affect different races and different backgrounds differently.
Our workforce should represent the experiences and diversity of the communities we serve. That's why one of CalEPA's central racial equity goals is focused on workforce equity. CalEPA will develop a suite of recommendations to improve equity across the entire spectrum of recruitment, hiring, retention, and promotion. Trainings and capacity building are two other key methods to integrate racial equity at CalEPA. Racial equity trainings for staff and supervisors will ensure that our employees have the skills and resources they need to be successful and to deliver benefits to all California residents. Capacity building will include staff-level programming to increase awareness and normalize conversations around race. Californians with limited English proficiency have a right to access the same services and information as anyone else.
If we're not communicating in languages that are meaningful to people, if we're not reaching people who are linguistically isolated.
CalEPA will be evaluating the language access practices of the boards, departments, and offices within the agency to ensure information is provided in the languages Californians can understand. This includes developing a standardized language access policy for all boards and departments.
When we start having conversations, we can see where our differences lie and start honing in on kind of our commonalities.
5 years from now, what I hope to see as a result of the racial equity work that CalEPA is doing today is that there's a trust that is built between the communities and the CalEPA staff, and that we're able to go in and help address those environmental burdens that were placed on those communities through historical government actions.
We can't do this work without you. Please, get involved and visit our internal CalEPA website, where you can learn more about upcoming opportunities to join the dialogue and participate in strategies to advance racial equity across our agency. Help us all move CalEPA forward and make one California for all.